Toastmaster Bala, Toastmaster Sweta, Toastmaster Suresh, Toastmaster Asiyat, and level 2 DTM Arun Sridhar, Toastmaster Valarmati, Toastmaster Shweta, Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas, DTM Karthikeyan. Level 3 Toastmaster Chidambaran, Toastmaster Arun Kumar, Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas. Level 4 Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas, Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas. Level 5 DTM Karthikeyan and Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas. We would like to congratulate all the members who completed the levels. And that is the end of report. And apart from that, we also executed the outstanding VP award, which was introduced in last term, and successfully completed that award. That's from my side. Thank you everyone for your support. And now I will, from tomorrow, I will serve as VP membership. So stay connected. Thank you and wish you a very happy new year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it's my time to now quickly show you the reports. Just a second. Okay, so we started the term with just 28 members, and the main goal when we started was to increase the membership strength and try to achieve 50 members by the end of the term. And I should say we have achieved, because like 6 of our members left in between during the renewals. Otherwise, we would be 56 members with 22 members already being the new members. So in July, we started with 28 and added 5 members in August, and then added 6 more members in September. And then we added a couple of members during the October month. And the reflection of the renewal drop was visible in the November month. We had 6 members who could not review for various reasons. Most of them were having different priorities, like some of them had to do their higher studies, some of them had to go for a different job location, and few got married. So because of that reason, they had to leave, and no other reasons. So we were happy to send them off happily as well. And then we had 4 new members joining in, taking the tally to about 39 people. And in the December, it was a full-fledged membership campaign, and we had about 47 members at the end of December. And we had 2 members already paying for January term, and we have 49 members already paying for it, and 1 member already sending the membership form. So we are almost 50, and we are sure like we'll be growing more in the months to come. And some of the things that we did during the July to December term was we were extensively spending a lot of time with each of the guests who were part of the guest group. We had a call with them. We had spent time saying what Toastmasters is all about. So the guests were tracked in different mediums, from Instagram, website, Google business page, Facebook, and Find a Club. And each one of the medium had different types of queries, and we collected them all, added into one single stream called WhatsApp group. And in WhatsApp group, we used to circulate them with the one. It's a 5 to 6 pager of guest kit, which has details about what Toastmasters is all about, what is special about Chennai Wordsmiths, and who are the XCOM members, what do they do as soon as they join in. So that guest kit probably would be giving them a real good, quick idea of what they're going to do in Chennai Wordsmiths. And we also had the table topics recorded and sent out to them to make them understand how they are right now and how can they improve as well. Also, the guests were usually greeted and provided information promptly, and the regular guest turnout was always there. We had at least 3 to 4 members. Today also, I think we have about 5 to 6 members, 5 to 6 guests coming up for the meeting. So on an average, we had 4 members joining a month. That is 1 member every single meeting. And we also had VPM myself and VP Shweta working together to quickly assign mentors for each of the members and ensure that the progress as far as learning is concerned is quickly done as soon as they become a member. And we had flyers for each of the new members. We had achieved a lot of awards as far as membership is concerned. We had the Smetley Award, where we had to add 5 members between August and September. We had 880 award, which means we need to add 8 members, and 80% of the members has to be retained. We achieved that as well. 2020 award, where 20 members has to be renewed before the 20th of the renewal month, which is the September month. So we were able to achieve that as well. And Extra Mile Award is adding 5 more members during September to March cycle, and we were able to do that as well. So a lot of awards were achieved during this term. And apart from that, there are few challenges, like for example, retaining the members, because now we have 50 members and we need to provide opportunities to both the members inside and outside the club. And there is currently a survey that is put up across Chennai Wordsmiths site, Wordsmiths WhatsApp group. Please do take some time to really tell what's your goal, so that the current XCOM team and the upcoming XCOM team can plan exactly your plan, and then help you to achieve whatever goals you have in mind. And apart from that, conducting new members orientation in time. So this is something that we missed out, but still, I think this term we could go ahead and have the business meeting regularly, and new members can be oriented as soon as they are joining the club. And apart from that, the speech lot is going to be a challenge, but for sure, Bala is equipped with all the information that is required to plan for speech marathons a month, or having auxiliary meetings, icebreaker marathons, etc. So when we have more members, we will definitely have these auxiliary meetings to ensure that we are able to give them all the support to complete their level completion. So that's all from my end, and it has been a great role for me, and I really enjoyed and learning. I learned a lot of things as VP membership in Chennai Wordsmiths. Thank you so much. Over to you, Chittambaram.
Yeah, Chait, I think we had the Sergeant at Arms reports.
Yes, I can take over. Just I'll share my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Is the slide? I'm sharing my screen.
Not
Let
yet.
me confirm. Please confirm whether you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, it started coming up.
All right, yeah. Thank you. So, good evening, Toastmasters. For this term, as a Sergeant at Arms for Chennai Wordsmiths, the only expectation from me was at least to be in time every time. Though it was hard at first, but eventually I managed to make it a habit in this year, and I'm going to apply this in my daily life also by being there in time and making myself feeling comfortable, and also the members to be comfortable. So let me start off with the highlights that I had, the challenges that I observed in this role, and also how we rectified it. At the starting of the term, we had decided that we need to conduct hybrid meetings for all the members to attend, and also slowly adapt to the offline meeting practice. So how we did it is we started requesting one of the expo members to open the bridge, even in my absence, at least the Zoom bridge before 15 minutes. Personally following up with the role players to attend at least 15 minutes before. Eventually, we started adopting this practice, and it was a smooth process. Now I see it's the current XCOM team has and also the members have taken this seriously, and now we are able to organize meetings in an efficient manner now. The second challenge is agenda printouts that were not used by most members, since they view it on. Most of them have a habit of viewing their agenda on the phone, on their personal mobile phone. Finally, it gets littered at the venue. I've seen this as a problem. So after one of the XCOM meetings that we have decided that we'll print and share agenda only for guests primarily, then Toastmaster of the day, President, General Evaluator, Timer, and one extra copy whoever joins in at the last moment. The third challenge was the snacks and refreshments that we were spending on were wasted due to last minute member backout. So how we did is we usually take out a head count and freeze the number of head count by Wednesday, and also we asked the venue manager to prepare the snacks for the same count. But on the day of event, some members will back out due to some unavoidable circumstances. So how we rectified is we started placing order during the course of the meeting by taking the head count at the venue in the middle of the session. That way we were able to minimize the wastage, and even the refreshments were effective. The money was spent wisely there. Some things we achieved as a team along with the XCOM's helpers. My role has doubled up as Zoom master, and also since it is hybrid, I was supposed to bring 2 laptops. So I had support from members too, who generously brought their laptops, for one to stream the session via webcam, and another for operating the Zoom controls at the venue. Spotlighting the speaker and timer in a single view, we started following it, and it has proved to be useful, even in time of contests when we went out there. So we were able to learn this practice and try applying it in the real contest also. That was very effective for the speaker as well as the evaluator also to have a clear view. And for team meetings, we had extensive support from all the members, most of the members, to decorate the venue. Especially, I'd like to thank Toastmaster Nitya for coming up excitedly to decorate the venue, helping me there. Also, Toastmaster Chidambaran for giving the ideas. How do we make it a outstanding meeting for that day on a special occasion? Then blocking the venue and planning refreshments, we froze this by Wednesday, along with the agenda. When Shweta has come up with the freezing the agenda by Wednesday, we also blocked the venue, and we had most of our sessions planned well for that. Then collecting feedback about the venue and refreshments were more crucial, because to enhance the member experience, that was essential, and we need to see that the people are finding it comfortable. I mean, the members are finding it comfortable and valued about for what they are paying. Then my another role was to publish the recordings of meetings that were held online or even hybrid, and also education sessions on our club's YouTube channel. The last one is to update the link tree regularly with the meeting agenda, flyer, and venue details before the well ahead of the meeting, to keep all the members and guests informed of what's happening and where is it happening. Some of improvement opportunities that I observed in my tenure was, we are supposed to gather the attendee list before the meeting, and we are right now doing it by typing manually on WhatsApp, and that gets lost when some other members start asking different questions, and it's very tedious process. The XCOM team has identified that there was an option of tracking, freezing this attendance list through the club's Toast site rather than typing out on WhatsApp. I tried to use this, but still I'm not finding it in the effective way to bring it as a practice. So I hope this can be taken up by the next Sergeant Rams, Toastmaster Reshma. The second recommendation or opportunity I see is, we need to recommend all the guests to register the attendance during the meeting, and also to write the feedback in our guest register after the meeting. This way we'll have track of why members, what the members expecting it from the club in order for them to join our club, and what would make a great experience for them during the course of the meeting. The third one is, we need to also educate the members through a YouTube video for becoming comfortable on certain areas, like utilizing the Zoom capabilities effectively. Since not everyone is well versed with Zoom, or they are new to this tool, they need to understand how to make use of this tool, even doing a speech, or even taking a role, being a role player, and also understanding how to have an internet backup plan over your mobile when like using mobile data, sharing it over with a USB cable, or using mobile hotspot. Basically, technical equipments, how do you handle that? And thirdly, navigating our club's Toastmaster site, and how to use it for our benefit, and ease our job. That's my report, And with that, I'd like to hand over to
Thank you.
Chidambaram.
Thank you, Chaitanya. And thanks a lot to Toastmaster Shweta and Arun as well for having gone through your reports. So we'll come back with the rest of the reports towards the end of the meeting. And now it's time to get into the next set of events for today. And we have the Toastmaster of the day, who is the person who is going to make sure that we conduct all the events planned as per the schedule and make sure we kind of complete the agenda in time. So the Toastmaster of the day for today is Toastmaster Babu. He is an IT professional and an entrepreneur and has business consultancy experience for the last 2 decades. And he has been helping the businesses on their growth trajectories. On a personal front, he is married with 2 kids, Shantu and Jeep. So let me now welcome Toastmaster Babu to take over as the Toastmaster of the day and conduct the events.
Thank you, President Toastmaster Chidambaram, for the kind introduction. Am I audible, everyone?
Yeah, you're audible. Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster. It is my pleasure to serve as the Toastmaster of the day today. Warm greetings to beloved Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Theme of the day: Goal Setting 2022. What a fantastic year we had. Fantastic year 2022. Challenges post-COVID era. 2022 is year of the growth to many of us. Brought stability in all levels. Goal setting 2023. Why goal setting? Any of us, one of members can answer why goal setting. Please volunteer.
Yeah, goal setting is for planning. We just plan and work on that. Means take action. First step is to set the goal. Then only we can take action accordingly.
Right, well said, well said. Yes, it is actually who do you want to become? So based on the life goals, milestones, projects, let it be professional or personal projects, and broken down into tasks. What happens if goal setting was not done? I can say these are the challenges. I don't want to say them the problems. No awareness of the personal goal setting in health, wealth, or in relationships. Getting influenced with family or friends or office bosses. We will become in some other time, not we will execute our plans. No accountability in goals achievement. No detailed gap analysis for goal setting versus results and correction actions. And no personal discipline to stick to goals for daily basis. These are all the long challenges I can say if goal settings was not done. So before going more on goal setting 2023, let me explain how a Toastmaster session is conducted. Any Toastmaster meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first one consists of prepared speeches, where members prepare in advance for a 5 to 7 minute speech, get it mentored and delivered the same. The second part is fun-filled topic session where anyone from the audience can come up and take 1 to 2 minute speech on interrupted level on a topic given by table topic master. And the third part is important, that is evaluation sections, where the general availability for the day will give a report on the entire meeting today. Having said that, let me invite Toastmaster Anjana Mahesh. About Anjana Mahesh, a business evangelist, her passion to travel around many places, meet new people, and try all types of internal cuisines. She loves to dance and play badminton during her break time. Can we have a big round of applause for everyone else, everyone please platform. All yours, Toastmaster Anjana.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. It's really nice to see you all here in the online platform. So my role as a general evaluator, as Toastmaster Babu mentioned, I will be evaluating this meeting in general, and I will submit my report in the end. So I will also call upon, I have a team here who's called as the tag team. So I will be introducing them. So they will tell you what role they are going to play exactly. So the first one is the timer role, and I have Toastmaster Nima. She's our timer for today's meeting. So let me give you an introduction about her. She's a yoga enthusiast, content creator, and a data scientist by profession. She's a secretary-elect for next year too. Fantastic, congratulations, Nima. She loves to hang out with her nephews. Toastmaster Nima, the online stage is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters, friends and guests. As a timer, my role is to remind all speakers how much time they have spent on their speech so that we will not run out of our time during the meeting. I will raise the green card. You can see on my background, green card for the speeches according to their project requirement. That is 1 minute for table topics, 5 minutes for prepared speeches. Yellow card will be shown up for the speakers when they should be aware of their time running up. 1 minute 30 seconds for table topics and 6 minutes for prepared speeches, and red card will be shown for the table topic. It's 2 minutes and prepared speeches is 7 minutes. And there will be 30 seconds of grace time to wrap up your speech. For all the facilitators out here, the length of the speech is already indicated in the agenda. At the end of the meeting, I'll be back here on the stage to present my report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nima. Thank you so much. So the next I call upon our counter, Toastmaster Tyagarajan. So I'll give a quick introduction about him. So he's working as a manager in Hyundai Motor India plant. He joined the Toastmaster Club to improve his communication skills and overcome stage fear. Toastmaster Tyagarajan, here's your online stage for you.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As the counter for today's meeting, I will be noting down the filler words such as prolonged process, repetitive words, other such filler words, and inappropriate interjunction such as and, well, but, so, like, you know, I mean, used by the speaker while speaking. And at the end of the meeting, when called upon by the General Evaluator, I will be presenting my report. So thank you, General Evaluator, and thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tyagarajan. Thank you very much. Well, next I'm going to call upon our grammarian here, Toastmaster Bindu. So she is a doctor by profession, and she has been our club secretary. And she's also won the second runner-up in the club evaluation contest 2021. Toastmaster Bindu, here's your online stage. Can you please give your information about a grammarian role?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anjana. A very good evening to all my dear Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my duty to note down the good and not so good usages of the English grammar. My second duty is to introduce the word of the day. Each meeting has got a word of the day. So in alignment with the theme of the day, that is goal setting, the word of the day that I had brought is hanker. Hanker, H-A-N-K-E-R. So it's a verb meaning to want something very much. And the noun is hankering. So like I have been hankering for a fruitful life since time immemorial. So I would request each and every one of you to use this word of the day in your speeches. And I'll be back with my report at the end of the meeting when called upon. Over to you, Toastmaster Anjan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu. Fantastic. So that's my tag team who's going to be evaluating each of your speeches, and I will be evaluating as well. At the end, I'll be my report. So I'll hand over this session to Toastmaster Babu. who's our TMOD for the day. Thank you. Sorry, Babu, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Anjana. That's a detailed information given on the tag team. Okay, can we give so our first, continuing this, our first speaker of the day is someone, a web engineer by day, non-fiction reader by noon, and a musician by night, aspiring to be an educational coach and technology evangelist throughout Toastmaster community. He is Toastmaster Chaitanya. But before I invite him on stage, I would like to invite a speech evaluator, Toastmaster Ashia, to read out her speech objectives. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Ashia.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So Toastmaster Chaitanya is giving a speech from the Pathway Effective Coaching. It's a level 1 speech, and it's a project 4 speech also. The objectives of this speech are, so first of all, let me tell you, this project is basically an evaluation and feedback speech. And what the Toastmaster has to do is he has to give one speech, receive feedback from the evaluator, implement the speech in the second, the suggestions in the second speech, and present it to the audience. Toastmaster Chaitanya is going to give his second speech today, and I'll be looking at whether he has implemented the suggestions received from his first evaluator. Over to you, TM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashia. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Chaitanya. Impact Toastmaster Chaitanya. All stage yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Babu Villaneni. Toastmasters, were you ever challenged by someone about your thoughts? So was I. How? Well, on 7th Jan 2022, my younger brother Vishal noticed my obsession with stock market investments ever since the 2-year lockdown. That day, he asked me boldly, Anna, do you think money is everything? No. Then what are you going to do with it? I'm going to live a fulfilling life by crossing off my bucket list till my death. Then what about serving mankind? Nah, I don't think I can make any impact. Well, I want you to watch this movie and then think over the same question again. I took a hard look at the poster. I spotted guns, artillery tanks, and dead people. Understood it was a war period film. It also had a tagline based on a true story. It sparked my interest. So I played the movie and sat down. The first half of the movie spoke about a greedy German industrialist who leased a factory at Krakow to manufacture pipes during this German invasion of Poland in World War II. He hired the best accountant in town to run his enterprise and manage it, who turned out to be a Jewish. This meant he's clearly working against the Nazi government. So the industrialist was prepared to bribe the officials with luxury goods when they were caught. The accountant in turn hired Jewish workers with poor background who were cheap laborers and assured them safety with an employee card. This card fended off the Nazi army. Soon, the factory ran profitably with 1,050 workers. But then, the news broke the spirit of army officials that Germans were losing the war. The chief commander, named Amon Goth, started hunting down the Jews, innocent Jews, mercilessly for no reason. This massacre struck a chord with the industrialists. It was also decided that the Jews were about to be transported to a death camp at Auschwitz. Whoa, it was a terrifying tale. I took a break. The second half of the movie went on to say that the industrialist came with an idea to save the workers from the Holocaust by moving his factory from Krakow to Czechoslovakia. This act of him made him a protagonist now. He managed to successfully convince the antagonist among God to sell him his workers and also to allow arranging his own subcamp at Czechoslovakia, a new factory there. The women and men were transported on two separate trains to Czechoslovakia. Unfortunately, the women's train was diverted to Auschwitz. They were petrified. The protagonist intervened there, paid an exorbitant price to the officials to reunite his workers at the factory there at Czechoslovakia. The workers decided to stay there till the war ended. Then, a new, then one day, the protagonist heard over the radio that Germans had lost the war and the Jews will be safe here on. But the protagonist and his wife will be hunted down in the name of war criminals. So it was time for them to say goodbye. While they were about to leave, the workers stopped them and gave the protagonist a golden ring made from the gold tooth of a factory worker with these words engraved: whoever saves one life saves the world in entirety. Our protagonist, Oscar Schindler, breaks down. He felt that by sacrificing his gold ring, he could have saved 2 more lives. By selling away his expensive car, he could have saved 4 more lives. He was weeping very badly, but then his workers joined him and hugged him tightly out of gratitude and console. The Oscar Schindler and his wife left the place happily. My younger brother Vishal watched me and my tears rolling down my eyes. I learned my lesson that day. One man's action can save another man's life. Steven Spielberg's movie, Schindler's List, convinced me that by taking action, I can make a positive impact on other man's life. How about you, Toastmasters? Over to Tia Modi.
What an inspiring speech, Toastmaster Chaitanya. You created an impact on all of us with your story and with your experience. Thank you. Our second speaker of the day is someone who is a passionate person to play badminton, table tennis, and working as a software engineer in NatWest for more than 10 years. He is Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. Before inviting on the stage, I would like to invite the speech evaluator, DTM Abraham Zakaria, to read out his speech objectives. A big round of applause for DTM Zakaria. Platform is all yours, DTM Abraham Zakaria.
Thank you, Tia Modi, for the kind words. The purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and that to present a speech that includes humor. Thank you. Over to you.
Yes, thank you. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. Me and marriage problems. Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I would like to start by describing briefly about myself and how it has become hankering to get married. After completing my 10th standard, I did diploma in civil engineering for about 3 years. Then I got an opportunity to work with one of the construction companies, but I didn't like the work that I was doing. And I've decided to pursue my higher studies, and I've decided to do the higher studies in electronics engineering than civil engineering. So as usual, everyone, whatever the engineering that you do, but you end up in one of the software companies doing IT only. So I'm the same person who is doing the IT. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm going to describe about the problems that I have faced to get married. And I want to let my secrets open to you all. My parents initially started to search for fiancé to me at my age of 20. But I told my parents that I wanted to get a love marriage than an arranged marriage. They said that, do you have any girl fixed already? I said, no. Then they asked me, why don't you love after marriage? I said, okay. The story continued from there, and I started to learn some of the basics of the astrology during that time. My parents started to get proposals for my marriage, and I started to dispose all the proposals for the marriage by giving some petty reasons. The reasons include that the girl is black. The reasons can be that the girl's father is not as rich enough as he could be. I know, you must assume what I meant there. And then the girl's horoscope is not matching with my horoscope, with my basic knowledge in astrology. And I used to reject stating the girl is lean, the girl is fat, etc., etc., etc. Then I would like to say how the Karma 2.0 has started to enact me. I eventually got into my 30s, and here the drama started. I started to select each and every girl from the proposals that my parents have suggested, and they started to reject me on the same reasons that I had. The first reason was the same thing, the horoscope of my horoscope is not good enough to get married. The second reason is I wanted to, the girl was saying, I wanted to get married to a handsome person rather than marrying a person who doesn't know how to smile. And the same, similarly, the girl started to say that, I wanted a person who earns minimum 50 lakhs to 1 crore a month, rather than getting married to a person who earns 10,000 or 20,000 per month. So the Karma 2.0 has started to enact on me, and I had to now take that responsibility to get it corrected. So at the age of 32, I got a proposal. And finally, the girl wanted to meet me in person before getting married. So I SMSed her to meet in one of the parks that is there in Hyderabad. So eventually we met there and we started to converse with each other. So what is a great place to be in for lovers or to person who get engaged? It's none other than under the jasmine tree. So we met there and we wanted to have great fragrance and started to converse. And when we started to converse, she asked me to purchase some snacks. Okay, I got the snacks, and she asked me to take it slowly, and she wanted me to talk. And I started to talk. You are having more than me. Then she gave a slap and left from there. After that debacle, it took 4 years for me to get one more proposal. I started to get older and older, and I was 36 by the time. So finally, one marriage that got fixed, and which is none other than the marriage. I went to see the girl seeing ceremony. I went there and I closed my mouth. I didn't even had any snacks. I didn't even open my mouth. I didn't even saw the horoscope. I didn't even look at the girl. I got married to that girl in 2016. Thank God, thanks to everyone, that my karma 2.0 didn't really didn't really give a slap to me, but thankfully I eventually got married, and it was all in success. So sometimes we think that sometimes it can be the worst thing that can happen is worst place that we are in is in our head, which is nothing but. So I would like to ask all the Toastmasters, don't think too much. Do what is going to be happy for you at that moment. Thank you, and all. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
That's so honest, sharing your personal story, Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. Most of us will not share the other side of us. We enjoyed your speech, and I will suggest to my niece, don't put any conditions or taking your story. Now I'll give some advice. And before I'll continue the goal setting session. Where are we spending our energy? Are we spending it right, or wasting in the dream projects, or the projects they will never took away, or someday projects, or having food to get energy, or to get tired after a meal, or watching Netflix, or putting your energy on the social media as a consumer. Spend your energy wisely. Energy is effort. Effort is money, my dear Toastmasters. Goals should fit in the category of smart. They should be smart goals. What is smart? Smart is something specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Big journey takes with small steps, small actions. I have divided the goal setting 2003 into 5 parameters. The first one is clarity on the goals. Clarity what we want, not just what we wish. Let it be wealth. Should not have no debts. Emergency fund should be there. Upscale our earnings on the wealth side. The personal growth, that will be on the social level interactions, or the mental level, the mental stability, or the spiritual learnings on the personal growth. On the career business, upskilling our career or business upskilling, to learn new skills, to get knowledge, to get more leadership activities. And the fourth one is the family, or the happy, or family. Family should come under the more on the what they can do with the happiness, give love, or they have affection, plan for vacation, the relationship, more respect, care, affection, and trust. Social contributions, what we can give value to our network, or our contacts, or for the people who are associated on the social contribution. And finally, on the spiritual side. So we need to have clarity in all these things. Well, let it be personal, let it be career or business, let it be family side, let it be relationships, or social and spiritual. The second one is the plan, the mindset. Trick your subconscious mind with conscious things. the milestones, have a right mentor, have a right accountability partner, and review our goals at least a month and every quarterly. And with this, I will introduce the table topic master, who is none other than our Toastmaster Chaitanya. I would request Toastmasters and guests to participate in the Toastmaster topics. You will definitely enjoy it. Toastmaster Chaitanya, platform all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Babu. I'll share. I welcome Toastmasters and guests for the exciting session of this session today, which is the table topics. This is an impromptu speaking session where you practice using the creative side of your brain to relate your personal experiences and also to make up your own situations and construct a relevant sentence that is given for a topic. And you need to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. So before I begin, I'd like to, I am expecting a volunteer today from the members. Let's start with the members first. Do we have a volunteer? Okay, fine. I'll just pick one.
You can choose.
Yes. I'll choose Toastmaster Shweta. Or Toastmaster Shweta, yeah, I'll pick you. So the question for you is.
Oh, no.
You are vocal today. Yeah. The topic for you is talk about a goal that drove you mad, but you still managed to achieve it. How? I repeat again. Talk about a goal which drove you mad or crazy, but you still managed to achieve it somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And this is my recent experience that I saw that one level 2 required in that dashboard, Toastmasters dashboard. And I completed my level 1 in 1 year. And I had only 1 month to complete that. And I was not, I didn't plan that thing that I will complete so soon, the level 2. But in 23 days, I delivered my 3 speeches, which was just driving me crazy. And somehow I managed to do it. And I was ecstatic that finally I completed that level 2 and got that tick mark on the dashboard, which was giving me immense pleasure. And that was not for me only, that was for club. And I just wanted to get that tick mark so that we can perform well. That one tick mark was very important for me. That's all. Thank you.
Chaitanya, we're not able to hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Am I audible now?
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for coming up and presenting your view on the topic. Now, the second topic I'd like to do, I need 2 speakers. So today I'm going to pick 2 people. First one is DTM Abraham Zakaria. He has volunteered. Yes. And one more person would be Toastmaster Chidambaran. So I want you, that's one topic. Each of you have to speak for 1 minute. I'm splitting the 2-minute topics into 1 minute and 1 minute. The topic for both of you is give an expansion for goal.
Please read it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Give an expansion for the word goal with words related to hockey. The first speaker. The second speaker will talk about expansion for goal with words related to the sport cricket. And finally, you need to construct the with the acronym as a meaningful sentence.
Can I start?
Yeah, you can start, sir.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Goal is something I never follow it. It is only a question of 1 month for me or less than 1 month. That's how I set goals and I dropped goals, and again, to me, goals are coming like every month, new goals are set because the old one, I'm not pursuing it. All I can say about the goal is something like the recent football match, like it was only a draw. Finally, it was set by the sudden death. So what happened in this respect? The goal has very similar to a hockey also. Hockey has a problem. So many rules. Rules means hockey is not popular all because of it has so many rules. Whereas football rules are very simple and it is easily visible by everyone. Here, dribbling is one. Then you use the other one. Hockey stick is this way. You put the hockey stick this way, that way. So to me, hockey is too complicated because I watched a few more matches when I was studying here. So goal to me is that never ever take a goal which is very complicated. We are having a lot of issues to overcome that. Take a simple goal. Maybe cricket is the ideal one for that matter because rules are very simple, easy to follow. Even if you make this way or that way, it is okay. But what you practice in goal, in hockey, when you go for a tournament, you will be definitely out. So my suggestion is to take up a goal which is very easy to follow. Over to you.
Thank you.
So now the turn goes for Toastmaster Chidambaran. You have only 1 minute to talk about expand the word goal with words related to hockey and construct the acronym words as a sentence, meaningful sentence. Yeah, here you start.
Okay, thank you for the topic. As far as goal is concerned, I feel you can get over all the lows by going all out for the lights that are in promise from a cricket standpoint, right? So whenever we kind of are feeling low, you set a higher goal for each one of us and aspire, be it a team event or be it an individual event, then it provides the necessary propulsion to win matches or to win glory. That is what we hanker for, right? So we should look for the goals, look forward to the goals and kind of get started with goal is just the starting point, but then you need to have a plan in action which will be implemented, and you need to track it to make sure that we stay the course and kind of achieve what we wanted to do. So that applies in the field of cricket, that applies in the field of our Toastmasters as well, as we look and see the goals that we started out to achieve and what we have achieved so far. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chidambaran. I see you had a benefit of 30 seconds to get it, and yet you had a valid point to that. Right. Now, moving to the third topic, which is now I'd like to call on a guest or any other volunteer we have.
Hi, myself Santosh Babu. I'm ready to go for it. I'm a guest here.
Yeah, hi Santosh Babu.
Yeah, good evening.
So the topic for you is talk about a fun goal that you achieved in the past or something that you have for the future.
Fun goal. I could not say
entertainment,
something
that is
I understood
entertainment.
I understood the context. Fun goal means maybe what I can say. There are so many things are there. Let me think over maybe for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, let me not go into fun goal because I cannot recollect anything. For me, according to me, goal is something which is we have a short-term goal and long-term goal. Actually, the suggestion which I got from seniors is always go for a short-term goal, not for a long-term goal, because short-term goal will immediately get the result. Let's say if you plan for a 3-month goal or 5-month goal, either in an office or in a personal means like if you want to improve your skills, just like if you want to improve your communication skills, or if you want to have a people connect, or if it is professional growth, if you want to be a TL or if you want to become a manager, right? So there are some short-term goals, and if it is long-term goal, I mean the results are very long way. You have to wait. If it is short-term goal, you can immediately put in your effort and immediately you can seek out the results by maybe you can ask Q&A to your friends, or I mean how I am today. So okay, so that is what I mean by the goal. Fun goal. Finally, I'm trying to touch upon fun goal. One fun goal. Let me think of. Okay, that's all. I think back to you, table topic master. I'm not able to think of any fun goal right now because I have not experienced it. So thank you. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, guest Santosh Babu, for taking up it boldly and presenting your view on it. Now, the third person I need to call is. Do we have Toastmaster Ashok Kumar here? Toastmaster Ashok Kumar? Yeah, yes, Salem Ashok, I guess. Ashok? Can you hear me? Or for time being, let me call Dr. Jayapal. Dr. Jayapal Muniappan. So, well, I'll present the topic. And I also would take one more person who is, the topic is failing to plan is equals to planning to fail.
Hello, everyone.
Talk for the topic. The topic for you is
Chaitanya, can
failing
you
to
just
plan
repeat it because
is
I
equal
cannot hear you properly.
Yes, I was saying the topic for you is failing to plan is equal to planning to fail. You need to speak for the topic. Speak in support of the topic.
Still, it's your voice is breaking for me. Like I hear that if I'm right, failing for the topic.
I'll show you one here. Here it is. Here it is on the screen. Failing to plan is equal to planning to fail. Talk for or against this topic.
Actually, I don't believe in planning. Always go with flow. I'm a person who always go with flow, because whenever you fix a goal and trying to achieve it, you cannot put your heart and brain fully. You're always in rush. Instead of experiencing that the thing which you want to achieve, you're always rushing towards the goal and not living that moment. So I always believe that when you set a goal, so it's not about failing or winning. It's all about learning. The journey is more important than achieving that goal. The experience, what you learn through that goal, is more important than achieving it. So this is the simple thing I always put in my own life, and I also advise everyone. Because whenever there's a goal, you can achieve it. But what is the purpose of achieving it? So you have to enjoy it. You have to at least experience that, like the happiness which you have achieved by attaining that goal. But I see most of the people, they will achieve the goal, they will move to the next. They will not even have the sense of tasting. They are not even having the what I can say, the deep experience of being sensitive to the emotions or that situation. Setting goal is fine, but the journey is more important than achieving the goal. So that's my topic. That's what I wanted to say. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jayapal. Yeah, you are right. We need to also experience the moment, whatever you are in, not just rush with things. Now I see one more volunteer who is Rekha. So Rekha, can I give you a table topic now? Can you take it now? Yeah. You are on mute.
Yes, yes.
Please
Can you
acknowledge
hear me?
once.
Yeah.
Yes, fine. Yes. So the next topic for you is, if you have to set a giving goal in 2023, what would that be? Giving goal in the sense like charity, something, not just for yourself, contributing to for something towards your surroundings. Yes.
It be like a personal giving, or like it can be common to everyone like that. Should I say giving goal, which is
Yeah, common to anyone.
Common to anyone. Okay. So
For you,
yeah,
for you, in your view.
For me, I should give the giving goal for me.
Your contribution to someone. Yes.
To someone. Okay. It can be to a person or to a group of people like that. What do you mean by giving to someone?
Yes. Yes, yes. To anyone around you. Anyone around you.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone or anything around you. That's it.
All right, all right. First of all, my warm greetings to all Toastmasters and the guests who have appeared here in this beautiful evening. And this is the last date of this year, and we are stepping into a new year tomorrow. And as the topic suggests, we have to give, I'll say as a common thing which we are we want to give to others, like we have to give the confidence level which is hidden within us, and also we have to give our happiness to others. One more thing I'll say about the goal setting is we have to be consistent in each goal we are setting. So consistency is the one thing we are lacking. We can say either if we are getting up early, or we are talking to a friend, or watching for a movie, let it be a fun thing also. So we have to be consistent, and that is the anchor. I can say, people say consistency is the key, but that is the anchor, and which is the strong desire. So coming to the topic, I'll say that we have to give happiness, and everyone should feel happiness while they are speaking to us or while they are interacting to us. We have to give them a good feel, a good response, a friendly nature, so that they feel nice and warm. We have to welcome them warm, so that they'll respond to us in a happy way. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guest Rekha. Do we have, Toastmaster Nima, do we have time for some more table topics, or we already?
No, I done. Yeah.
Okay, fine then. That's it. With that, I'll hand over the control to table tip to TMOD, Toastmaster Babu. Thank you for the active participation, guys.
That was a really interesting table topic sessions. I have seen many members participated, and yeah, I enjoyed the session. Now I like to invite General Evaluator Toastmaster Anjana to present your report. Toastmaster Anjana, platform yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Babu. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Chaitanya, a very interactive session. So before even giving my general topic, I would like to call upon the evaluators of the prepared speech who had been actually writing the notes about the speeches. So the first person is our evaluator, Toastmaster Ashir. She has evaluated the speech of Toastmaster Chaitanya. Let me give you a quick introduction about Toastmaster Ashir. So she's a homemaker. And she's been part of Toastmasters in the Gulf, and now she's part of the Chennai Wordsmiths Toastmasters. So her thoughts on the theme are goal setting is what will make 2023 different from 2022 for everyone. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashir, about the evaluation.
Thank you. general evaluator. Toastmaster Chaitanya, if you save one life, it is as if you have saved the entire world. I had goosebumps when I heard this sentence. It's a very famous sentence from the Jewish religious books, and it was so poignant. You used a format of story within a story to deliver your message, and your core message was use your life to help others. And I think that you could not have used a better message, a better story than this event which happened in World War II, which was captured so beautifully in Suchinder's list. So congrats to you on that. Now, your evaluator, I was not the evaluator for your first speech. That evaluator said that you had to work on two things. The first thing the evaluator said was you needed to work on your speech delivery. Well, I would like to say that you worked on it very well. You fulfilled that objective completely. You implemented that feedback completely. So, for example, when you represented yourself and your brother, you changed places, you changed voices, but most important of all, and I've never seen this before, you used your glasses as a prop to show the difference between you and your brother. It made the two characters come out alive to us. So that is what you need to do in a story within a story format. And then you also, for example, there was a place where you said, whoa, and you moved behind. So you not only had vocal variety, but you also had gestures which were appropriate to that particular phrase. Had you not moved, that impact wouldn't have been there. So this particular feedback, which is of improving your speech delivery, I think you incorporated very well. The other feedback that your evaluator gave was you need to work on your conclusion to make it more impactful. Now, let me say this. I thought your conclusion was impactful, but you finished your speech before the red flag came on. You should use the entire 7.5 minutes. So what I would like to say is your introduction body was superb, but conclusion, I felt you stopped it. You could have gone on further. So when you talk about impactful, it's not just making the point, it's using the entire time that is available to you. And I felt that you could have used it better. So having said all this, I would like to give my own observations. So I have looked at your project objectives, and what it states is that this evaluation and feedback project is actually a series of 2 speeches. So what TMI suggests, and TMI actually says this, that you should in fact have one evaluator evaluate both the speeches. So for example, I did not see your first speech. So I am only evaluating based on the feedback I am getting here. And you in fact went to another club. It's not a Toastmaster from this club. So since we have a lot of members and we will be hearing a lot of speeches on this, I would like to make a generic message to everyone. Please ensure that this evaluation and feedback project, do it in your home club. It's easier to get the same evaluator again. Or even if you do it outside, you should have the same evaluator. Then only we know whether the feedback has been implemented well or not. So in conclusion, I think you did a great job, great story. And I was really moved by it. And just speak up to the red flag. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashid. Now I call upon our dear daddy, Toast DTM Abraham Zakaria, sir. So I'll give a quick introduction. I would say there's a list of things which I have to say about him. So he's a chartered accountant. He's been in Toastmasters since 2004. So he's a chartered treasurer of First Toastmaster Club of District 120, Chennai Toastmasters Club. He's been a charter VP Education of Wordsmith Club. He's been a charter secretary of Thiruvilla Toastmaster Club. He's been a charter member of High Mount Toastmaster Marimalai T Nagar. Nagar. Then he's been a charter member of 4 clubs, including one in District 121. And formerly, he's a division governor, district treasurer of District 82, and district parliamentarian and finance manager of District 120. Whoa. Accountant by profession and teacher by passion. Now I welcome Zakaria, sir, to present his evaluation report. So we can't hear you. I think you're still on mute.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the kind words. Unfortunately, my wife is not here to listen to all those here. My evaluation, I call it as SODA, S-O-D-A, speech value, organization, delivery, and audience response. The purpose of evaluation is to make the speech a better one when it is presented next time. Friends, the speech value, don't think too much. I'm a married man. I know no purpose is served if you think too much or too little. We are all on the same boat. So speech value is very useful and very appropriate for those who are married, especially over 10 years. Coming to the organization of the speech, the opening, you said about at the age of 20, you wanted to get married. And that really shocked us. At the age of 20, we never thought of such things. Getting married, we'll think about getting married, but not at the age of 20. We'll not dare to ask the parents also. And at the age of 30, then 32, then after 4 years, that is at the age of 36. And you said karma 2.0. These were your body of the speech. The conclusion, as usual, you said don't think too much. The manual requirement are a humor. So parents asked me, do you have anybody in mind? He said no. Then here they have given him a blanket check to go and look forward somebody. No, these are for Indian context. This is all very funny. For us, it is very humorous. Then he started looking for girls, and he found girls are dark. Their parents are not suitable. Not the girl, but parents are not suitable. Horoscope, so on and so forth. And later, the parents said the same thing. So that is a humor in that. Coming to the delivery of the speech, I must say, it was very confident giving speech. I have a few suggestions. One is avoid start saying that I'm going to give a speech on this, or I'm going to talk about something. Don't say that I'll give you a secret of marriage. All these are not necessary. And I have a credibility issue when a girl slapped you in Hyderabad in a park. Now, this is something ethos to be checked it up. Well, what I like the best in your speech is your main message. Don't think too much. And as I said earlier, when you think too much or too little, or your marriage is arranged or love marriage, whatever way, it is going to be on the same boat. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Abraham, sir. Thank you very much. Now I call upon my interesting tag team to submit their report. First, I would request Toastmaster Nima to submit her timer report, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would like to say that the speakers have been qualified with respect to the timer report. And with respect to the timing, Toastmaster Bala has completed his speech around 2 minutes on point. Toastmaster Chidambaran has completed around 7 minutes 48 seconds. And the term report took a while. It went for a long about 19 minutes 37 seconds. And TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Babu have finished the starting speech around 3 minutes 50 seconds. And the first general evaluator providing the brief intro is around 5 minutes. And for prepared speeches, Toastmaster Chaitanya has spoke about 6 minutes, and Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, speaker 2, has spoke about 6 minutes 38 seconds. And the overall table topic went around for 18 minutes. And with respect to the speakers for table topic, Toastmaster Sweta spoke for 1 minute 12 seconds. DTM Abraham sir has spoke about 1 minute 48 seconds. Toastmaster Chidambaran spoke for 1 minute 15 seconds. Guest Santosh Babu spoke for 1 minute 49 seconds. Guest Dr. Jayapal spoke for 1 minute 23 seconds. And Santosh Rekha spoke for 1 minute 55 seconds. And with respect to evaluation, Toastmaster Ashit spoke for 3 minutes 18 seconds, and evaluator Toastmaster DTM Abraham spoke for 3 minutes 7 seconds. That is all for the report. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nema. Now I call upon Toastmaster Tyagarajan to submit his R-Counters report, please.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. Once again, good evening to one and all present here. Now I will be presenting my R-Counter report. So I will start from the term report, which is presented by Toastmaster Sweta. Toastmaster Sweta, 3 plus and 3 repeated words. Toastmaster Arun, 2 R's and 1 and. Toastmaster Bala, 3 plus R's and 2 so, 1 and 3 plus repeated words. Coming to TM Modi, Toastmaster Babu, 1 A, 1 and coming to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Anjana, 2 R's. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Chaitanya, 3 repetitive words and 1 silent pause. Coming to Speaker 2, Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, 3 plus R's and 3 plus repeated words. Table topic Toastmaster Chaitanya, 1 A and 1 repeated words. Table topic speakers, speaker on Toastmaster Sweta, 1 A, 1 like, 1 repeated words. DTM Abraham, only 1 like and 1 repeated words. Toastmaster Chidambaran, 1 A and 3 repeated words. Guest Santosh, 1 3 A, 1 so, 2 repeated words, 1 silent pause. Guest Dr. Jayapal, 2 A and 2 repeated words. Guest Rekha, 3 plus A's, 1 so, 1 like and 2 repeated words. Coming to the evaluation session, Toastmaster Ashia, 2 repeated words. DTM Abraham, only 1 repeated word. And that's all from my report. Thank you and a happy new year to one and all present here. I wish you a happy new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tyagarajan, for the detailed report on our accounts. Next, I call upon our grammarian, Toastmaster Bindu, to submit the grammarian report, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toastmaster Anjana. I've got a lot of good phrases. I'm so happy to say that there was not so good phrases in any of the speakers, both in prepared speeches as well as in table topic speeches. So let's give kudos to all the speakers for that. And some of the good phrases that come to my attention was spark my interest, terrifying tale, petrified, smart work, navigating, easily visible. Actually, that is easily said, more comfortable than conspicuous. Then impactful, poignant. Consistency is the anchor. I liked that phrase. Because it incorporated the word of the day also. And I like the last phrase by our Sakriyaza, that it's better that one should not think too much or too little. All are in the same boat. And the word of the day has been used by Toastmaster Krishna Prasad as well as guest Rekha. I congratulate them for giving wonderful speeches and using the word of the day. I have always been hankering for a flawless speech, but never occurred. I wish every one of you always hanker for a flawless speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Anjana.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bindu. Well. Now here's my report in here for you. Well, before I start, we started this meeting very early, which was absolutely brilliant, I would say. We started by 3:45, and our guests, they had been inside the meeting room really, way before the 4 o'clock meet. So it is very much appreciated. So I would like you all to actually give your hands on, clap for yourself and appreciate. It's a very much appreciated thing. Well, secondly, I would also like to thank the way, Chidambaran sir, he actually insisted people to switch on the camera. Since it's an online meeting, it's a good way to see each other's face, right? So, and I also saw that the agendas was being very well informed to the guests as well as the Toastmaster members as well, which is really good, a great work. Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta. Then I like the way the term report which is being submitted in the beginning of the meeting, because I personally feel that our guests and our team members will have a visibility. They see what exactly we've been doing in this past 6 months, right? So that is kudos to you guys for the great job you've been doing for the past 6 months. Yeah, that's fantastic. Then talking about the prepared speeches, the evaluators, they briefed each speech objective, which was very clearly been set. And I like the way the speakers, they stood up and they confidently gave their speech, and they also used the word of the day anchor in their speech as well, which is great. Then moving forward, the table topics. Well, Toastmaster Chaitanya, it was brilliant, to be honest. I like the way you actually articulated those questions in a presentation format. It was very clear. Secondly, I also like the way you made it conversational between two people to give their two opinions, which was very fantastic. It was more interactive, I would say. So I also appreciate the guests, they're coming forward to actually choose a topic. They're happy to come in forward and volunteer, which is kudos to you guys. It's a great step for you to jump into the public speaking. So fantastic. And of course, our evaluators, I'm sure they gave us a very valuable feedback for each speakers as well. And just I would like to give you a small, heads up maybe. If this is an online meeting, so please make sure that you check your internet speed before you jump into this meeting, because it is very hard. Few people we can't hear. I felt a few of your people, voices were very feeble. So please make sure whether you have a good internet speed. Please make sure that your AV, make your AV audio check and all your audio video check. It will be very helpful for us. So that's what I would like to tell for all of, even I would want to tell for myself as well. So I want to do that. So that's as Jyoti ma'am also mentioned that, it's good we spotlight the speaker. So we exactly, I think in Zoom, there are 3 types of view, which, people who are relatively new, I found it very difficult as well. So I think you can spotlight the speaker if possible. That will be very helpful. So that's the report from me. And then on final remark, I would like to, end with a quote. Setting goals is the first step in turning the visible into the, turning the invisible into the visible. So cheers to this new year, and let's consider this as another chance for us to get it right with Anchor. So wish you all a happy new year 2023. All the very best to everyone. Thank you so much. Now I'll hand over this session to Tia Modi of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. And that's a detailed report from the evaluation team. Continue my goal setting 2003. The 5 parameters what I explained is the clarity, the plan. Third one is the tools for the executing the goals. The goal cards. Sometimes you have to trick your subconscious mind but consciously seeing your goals. So the goal cards plays a bigger role in that. And use the online forum, the calendar, where you can plan your goals with tools like Calendly or our existing calendar, whatever. Plan your goals and have a planned time, like 4 days or 5 days a week. 1 day thinking day for officially, 1 day for family day, 1 day for yourself. Have a plan and have a vision board, like what you want to do in the career, in the wealth, or getting some your goals. You put everything in a vision board. That's what you are tricking your mind. You're tricking it subconsciously. It plays a bigger role. And have hacks like Fitbot, like for your health check, health tracker. And for music, you can have a Brain FM for Headspace. These are the tools which help you in the journey. The fourth one is the community. The community, what we are now, it's a topic focus. We are having we need to acquire some skills, something. That is the reason we are here in this community. Like that, for different skills, for different goals, have community. Mentor is implemented. Have mentor in every way. like for health, like a career or a business or fitness, wherever, have a mentor. Be with the like-minded people. Have an accountability partner. Accountability partners in multiple walks of life. And have a goal-focused. Example, Toastmaster community. And the community should be a value-driven. Be in the community. Last but not least, the fifth is exclusions or the omitting. The fear or the anxiety, living in the past in fear, anxiety for future. Take it out. Enjoy the present. The old beliefs or the beliefs which are limiting you to go for your full potential, remove them. Or the next one, negative people. People who drains your energy, take them out. Don't argue. When the negative people are there, just wish them. Don't involve with them more. Declutter. Let it be physical space. So much in your working area, in your table, or wherever in your personal space. Declutter all the physical things. Mentally and digitally, in the mobile too, or delete all the unwanted things which is no more relevant to you. Avoid junk food. I don't want to give a lot nowadays. It is you're flooded with materials. Avoid what is junk, what is good food, you know. Avoid junk food. The news, let it be TV news or in online websites, avoid. Netflix, the movies. Take which is needed. Sometimes we go, what we plan, we go more than that. We are more consumed. So be conscious in that. I'm not saying no, but conscious in what we watch. Last but not the least, the social media. Consumer versus creator. Please understand that. Creators has you're going to do more productive. Consumer has a lot of loss of energy. The 5 things: clarity, the plan, tools, the community, and exclusions. So these 5 things, if you adopt, it will help you to proceed further in your life. And with this, I would like to invite our president, Toastmaster Chidambaram, to present the term report. Toastmaster Chidambaram, stage is all yours.
Hey, thank you, Babu. And thank you for actually having an insight into how the goal setting process is to be worked out, why it is important, how it is to be done, and what it helps us to accomplish covered up in this session. So now we'll go to the second half of the term report. And we'll first start with our treasurer. Toastmaster Bala, can you please go ahead and share the treasurer's report?
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Chidambaran. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm going to be taking you all through this quick sneak peek of what was the financial situation of Chennai Wordsmiths. And as much as we have seen, as much as we have seen a lot of members coming to the club, we also would need to see what is the impact that it had left us financially. And I'll quickly share my screen, take you over the financial status of the club. Give me a quick moment. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. And yeah, so we categorized the statement into 2 halves. One is receipts and as well as payments. And we took over this term from the previous previous executive committee members. And we started off this term with around 1,35,000 rupees in hand. And that I have shown in the receipts side of the statement. And we sort of had moved on from that point in time onwards. I would say we have had a good usage or good money coming in as far as the filling the coffers is concerned, and that was mainly as a result of we getting more influx of new members and doing renewals on time, and that did help us to actually, I would say, do a little above par than what we would have been in case if we have not done that. So we probably would have done a mediocre sort of financial management in this term. And given all the things that we have done, that reflected in the finance as well. So we started off this term, we took over from the previous XCOM, and the balance was 1,35,000 odd rupees. And then we also had seen this paradigm from last term to this term, right? And most of you would even be aware of it. Last term, we did more of online meetings, and this time we did more physical meetings. Of the 30 meetings that we have done in this term, the second term of the year, the term under President Chidambaram, we had close to around 13 meetings happen on offline, meaning we had to shell out quite a bit of money from our own pocket to the venues and as well as to the snacks that we ordered for all the members and guests. And this would be the picture that we have painted based on all the expenses that we have incurred and the fees that we have received. We sort of, I would say, sorry, the total receipts as on date today was 4,14,000 rupees 542, and that matches with the total payments as well. I'm sorry, which is 4,14,000 542. And moving on to the next slide, where we started off this term. I told you we started off this term with around 1,35,000 odd rupees, and to be exact, it was 1,35,366 rupees. And we ended this term with 1,15,601 rupees, meaning that we factored in more of physical meetings in this term, and that was the reason why we had to shell a little more from our own pockets than the previous term. And also we sandwiched or we squeezed in 2 milestone meetings this time. So this sort of stressed us a little bit by the budget numbers. To have 2 milestone meeting in the same term, we in fact did really well. I would say, though it had impacted to a moderate level, and we were pretty much quick to rise up from where we were, and we did we were able to manage it much better or meticulously is what I'm trying to point out. And as far as some of the things which I've seen in my term as the treasurer of the club, the major challenges being that ever since this oil war had begun, right, we have seen this dollar value appreciate, and we started off 2022 when the average or when the rupee was up against dollar, and it was equated to maybe close to $1 equated to close to around 70 odd rupees, and then it slowly appreciated. And then in the second half of the year 2022, we had even more appreciation on the dollar value, right? And that sort of decreased or lessened the markup of the revenue that came into Chennai Wordsmiths. And that was the major impact which I've been able to forecast in the last 6 months. Me donning the hat as a treasurer for this club. And we also would need to get a credit card linked to our club, and at times it is actually making a little delay on our side to keep searching for a credit card and then try to use it for paying to Toastmasters International. And the third point I've already covered under the challenges, 2 milestone meetings which we had in a single term, and that did leave us stretched, but we did manage it really well. And some of the recommendations from my part would be, and based on whatever sort of amount that we have had in hand, right? The amount which we have received came in from the new member fees and the renewals, and as well as the guest fees. And we also would want to pass on this recommendation to the next XCOM, which takes over from us. And we'll have to factor in the online meetings to our ratio of, or to the mix of the meetings that we would have. We have been doing the physical meetings for so far down the line, but I would also request, my humble request would be to even include the online mode of meetings to make sure we are able to buffer the total expense outgo in physical meeting location and as well as for snacks. And so with that said, we can sort of eye around this number when it comes to venue with snacks. If we are able to manage it for about 3,500 rupees per weekly meeting, then I believe we would have a tight control in trying to last the distance as far as using the money in the coffer to cover for more time is concerned. And then we also would need to see to that we are actually doing a great value propagation during our meetings, right? And we sort of would need to make sure if we are able to revise the cost for the guests as well. And then last but not least, Zoom expenses can also be shared with other clubs. And Zoom expense, if there is any other club which can be brought in to share the expenses on the Zoom side, that is also maybe could be a welcoming sign. Welcoming sign meaning that there is going to be more of an action in this term, and we would really need to be careful. This is not like just to nitpick on some of the things, just a recommendation from my side, which will sort of have, which will cascade us into a much better situation than where we were before. This is a quick sum up. I'm more than happy to take any questions offline. Given the best interest of time, I just would want to give it over to our president, who would need to cover his points as well in the presentation. And for any specific questions, I'm always available for discussing with offline.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
It's not a question. It's in fact a suggestion. Yeah. First and foremost, we have so many accountants in the club. Please request one of them to prepare the account so that it will be in proper shape and format. Secondly, the previous terms accounts also can be incorporated. So without explaining, it will be seen by others. Regarding the credit card, it is not very advisable. You try to, we will do only once in 6 months, because credit card for a club is not all that easy. Secondly, it could lead to some issues later. And another thing is that fees of guest fees, to me, it should not be increased, because we want people to come in, attend the meetings. Then they will become, we must try to make them members. And there you can increase the membership or whatever it is, but not the guest fee. And Zoom, district has Zooms, links they give. So either we can share, that's a good idea, but district gives you free, then why should we take it up? These are my suggestions. Overall, very good, wonderful work done by the treasurer.
Thanks, DTM Abraham. Yeah, so we certainly would be looking into those points as well. Try to streamline in whatever best way possible, so that the net result of it is something which is always going to be positive and encouraging for the members and as well as for all the people who come to our meetings. Yeah, thanks. And with that, I'll hand it over to our president for him to run through his sort of quick report. Thank you.
Okay, one second. I'm just going to share the report. So I'll be presenting the VPPR report, Arun. And so first of all, thanks DTM Abraham Zakaria for your suggestions. So we'll definitely work on that. And so going on to the VPPR report, from a VPPR standpoint, first would like to just remind everybody that Toastmaster Anisha took up the VPPR role, and in the middle of the term, since she had an educational opportunity in a different city, she had to kind of leave the term in between. So we had Toastmaster Suresh and Toastmaster Arun, who really helped us in taking care of the VPPR responsibilities and tied us through the term. So first would like to thank both of them for having done the roles, though not officially designated as that. And this year, this term saw, we started off with a milestone meeting, and starting with that, we worked on different concepts of having buddy groups within our group, and kind of have some scores computed. So we had flyers on different themes, not only just on the specific meetings, but for all the new members who joined, for the level completions that were done, for the members who left the group before their personal reasons, that was done, for the milestone meetings, for the educational sessions, we had different flyers. And I think it was one of the highlights of our group, which made sure that a lot of people were interested in, and it created a buzz in the social media, right? If you go and search for Chennai Wordsmiths today, you will see so many of our flyers which were created in this term come up in the top of the search. So thanks to Toastmaster Arun and Suresh for all the work that was done. And all these flyers were religiously updated to Linktree, which helped us to keep all the information in one particular place. And talking about the VPPR role, I would be amiss if I don't talk about the effort of Arun in the magazine standpoint. Arun did a splendid job in designing the magazine, and I think most of you would have seen the magazine, and this effort really has been noticed at various levels. In fact, when the opportunity came up for the divisions magazine preparation, Vinod reached out to me to see if anybody from our club would be interested to take up the chair role for the magazine, for the divisions magazine, division based magazine. So, and I'm very happy that Toastmaster Arun Mori has taken up the chair role for the magazine at the division level. So that was on the VPPR on the efforts. But now let's talk about the challenges. This effort requires a lot of VPPR is about you think about how we can celebrate events, how we can celebrate people, and to really make it a large scale, we need more volunteers. We need to make sure that things are planned a little ahead. We have the themes and all that set so that we can have the flyers done in time. And in terms of what are the next steps, we did have Anisha, actually, when she was going out, she had a session on Canva. And I think the idea is to develop more such people who can be trained on Canva and who really like this aspect. So, if you have all that planned, and also from a monthly calendar standpoint, have the events planned ahead so that we can work on the flyers and we can make that happen. At this point, I would also like to, kind of announce that Toastmaster Suresh, who is going to take up the VPPR role in the upcoming term, has decided not to proceed because of his professional commitment. So we will share request to the members in the group. If anyone wants to volunteer for the VPPR role, we would like to look for persons who could take up that role for the upcoming term. So we'll announce it in our members group, so interested members can volunteer. And I think we should finish this selection by mid next week, by Wednesday, so that the OTP, which is planned for the first week of January, can be attended by the elected person. So that is on the VPPR. We'll now go to the president's as a summary note. I think the saying goes like, if you aim for the stars, you can reach at least up to the sky. And when we attended the awards night in the Green Park, one feeling that came across for all the members was, Chennai Wordsmiths did not get as much as it should have got. Right? It is a club that has a long history, and we definitely can do better. So with that, when we set out on the 675th milestone meeting, we said we are going to aim for excellence and exuberance to lead to elevation. And I think all the actions that were done in terms of planning all the meetings ahead with a high-level roadmap for the entire 6 months, the mentor assignments, the guest conversions that were done, all of these things were kind of rallying around that larger vision of how we can grow and how we can make this Wordsmiths get to the level that it actually deserves, right? So with that, we took few steps, like we had the offline location selected as a permanent one, Kugramam, which we use for most part of this term. And of course, we are going to look for a bigger place considering our strength at present. We had our mentee-mentor relationships. I think all the social media updates helped us to really shine in the midst of all the clubs. all the different things that were done put together, right? Like doing the evaluation of evaluations, the themed meetings, the international joint meetings, all that kind of helped us to, get a buzz around all the members and the excitement happening. And we also had the newsletters launched. And from a key challenges standpoint, the ones in summary, as a president, what I feel is we just need to look at the finance. So we will, look at how we can kind of, as we grow more and as the US dollar conversion rates kind of kicks in and all that stuff, how we can kind of manage our resources and make sure we provide quality meetings is something that we have to work on. We're also looking for the convenient venue, and we have looked at few places which we are going to experiment with. And we need to increase the mentor base as we grow. That's one of the things that's going to ensure that the success of the club continues and all the members feel the value. So that is something we're going to work with the members who are kind of ahead in their pathways, who can take up the opportunities for mentoring the members. So these are the key challenges as I see it. And this is from an accomplishment standpoint. So 9 DCP points. So we are one of the 4 clubs in District 120 who have got 9 DCP points. And I think one of the 3 or 4 clubs who have more than 40 members. And among all the clubs, ours would be on the top, having 47 members in the dashboard as of today. So those are some good points which will, which obviously have us stand at a very good stead and win the awards from a membership standpoint, which already Arun outlined. We also had, our Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas, getting into the district finals for the evaluation contest, and Toastmaster Arun and Toastmaster Jyoti being conferred with awards of Toastmaster of the Term and Leadership Excellence during the division contest that happened in November. So we have kind of made progress, and I think every term the ask is to make better progress and raise the bar higher, and that's all we will strive for. And we're going to see that more members from our club stand at the district competition in the upcoming term. So this just at a very high level captures what all we did. And I think we'll share this report for the benefit of members to go through. But it has been a very eventful journey, and we all, as part of XCOM, really enjoyed this term to have it kind of blossom through all the meetings. Each one meeting was something that we are going to remember for a long time, and we are looking forward to make this continue. The graph should keep rolling and scaling higher and higher. So with that, I conclude the terms report from this XCOM for this term. So now, Chaitanya, did we share the poll?
No, I've not launched it yet. Just I launched it now. I've launched it now.
You launched it now. Oh, on the Zoom, is it? Okay.
Yes.
So I request all the members and guests who are around to please select the best role players.
Five more people are left to cast their votes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm into getting.
Oh, it was on the Zoom. It was on the Zoom, DTM, Abraham.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So we have, so while we do this, we are kind of delayed on this meeting, but I would just request members probably to spend 10 more minutes. We planned for a fun session from Vignesh. And I think as we want to kind of this year in a fun mode, would request Vignesh to have the session.
Yeah, am I audible and visible? Cool. Yeah. Hey, hello everyone. So good to meet you all on this virtual screen. And so how many of you know this game called Secret Santa? Have heard of this game? Yeah. Some call it as Secret Santa, some call it as Chris Mom,
Yes,
Chris
I have
Child. So yeah, but today we are not going to play that. Okay. So, but something, so it is at that time of the year where every company HR will think so much, come out with this innovative game called Secret Santa, right? Now, in my company also, they conducted this, last week. It was so secret that half of the employees itself didn't know that there is a game called Secret Santa being conducted by the HR. So the moment when Shweta pinged me and told me to conduct a fun session, I really wanted everyone to participate, and so came out with a small activity, which I think every one of us would enjoy. And I really wanted to end this year, by giving all of you a small value, something to take back at the end of the year, at the end of the last meeting of the year. So here goes the event. It is a small quiz, and to be honest, the moment I say quiz, don't think that like a typical quizzer, you'll have to think, you have to know stuff to answer questions in this. This is going to be something where there would be clues in the question itself, for you could also just think logically and guess the first thing that comes to your mind. There is a 50% chance that might be the right answer for the question as well, right? And so I'll share my screen. Just give me a minute. Okay, so 1 minute.
We will have access. Good right now.
Yes. Okay, so please let me know once my screen is visible. I've started sharing it.
Yes, it's visible for me.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's quiz. First question. Okay, yeah. The first question. So, name of the deity. So, if anywhere we start, we'll pray to the god that everything should go good, and we'll start the game, right? So it's like this. So the clue is in the question itself.
I don't know.
Dakshinamurti.
No, it is not Dakshinamurti. I get that often whenever I show this question. And no, it is not Dakshinamurti. Any other guesses? Now, I'll give you one more clue. This is a very unique temple. Very unique temple. Of course, as far as I know, this is the only temple for this particular god in this particular form across the globe. Any wild guesses? Decode the picture.
Brahma.
I'm sorry?
Is it Brahma?
No, it is not Brahma.
Vishnu.
No, it is. No, but no, it is not Vishnu. See, just look at the. I'm sorry?
Kala Bhairava.
No, this is not Kala Bhairava. Just look at the image. Pay close attention to the image and you will get the
Lord
clue.
Shiva, Dakshinamurti.
No, this is not Lord Shiva or Dakshinamurti. No.
It has down. So
I'm sorry?
Any clues, please?
Yeah, the clue is in the question itself. Sorry, in the image itself.
It's a Lakshmi Mata. She's sitting on
Lakshmi Mata. No, it is a he. I'm sorry. I don't know if Lakshmi Mata has a he form. Okay. Providing the time constraints, I'll reveal the answer. this is none other than Lord Ganesha when he had his human form. Okay, this is a temple called Adi Vinayagar Temple. It is near Trichy. So the clue in the question is, it's the South Indian form of Ganesha. South Indian form of Ganesha doesn't hold the laddu as far as I know. Now, the clue in the question is this Bermuda grass, the arugambul. Yeah, if you have noticed that, we only keep arugambul to Ganesha here. Yeah. Okay. So going to the next question. Very simple. 1 minute. Yeah. The Forbes Fiction 15 was a list from Forbes Business Magazine that listed 15 richest person in the realm of fiction. Now, these are not real people. Now, these are people who live in the fictional world. Right from the start, Santa Claus has been awarded the top spot in the list, right? With his estimated revenue to be infinite. However, in 2006, Santa Claus was removed from the list and replaced by another fictional character called Oliver Daddy Warbucks. What is the reason for removal of Santa Claus from the list?
Yes, given all the gifts, the revenues, all he donated, that is the reason he was removed.
I'm sorry, Babu. Can you come again? You're almost there.
Santa is, Santa Claus is the one who gives everyone. So by gifting, so his revenue got decreased.
Oh, nice. Very, very, but the answer is not that though, but the logic is, I really loved it. But you're almost there. You're like at least on the right path. Wonderful. See, this is what I love about quizzing. You could deduce if you think logically. I'm sorry?
I think the religious sentiments were hurt that it is a fictional character.
Okay.
Hello, excuse me. Santa is not a religious character. You can say anything about Santa.
Yeah,
right.
I confirm it.
Even people say that Santa is a marketing gimmick, developed
Yeah, that's
by...
all. It's only a commercial ad.
Yes. But Chaitanya is also somewhat on the right track. Yeah. Okay. So since we had two logical directions, I'll reveal the answer. So the moment Forbes released this list, they were bombarded with outraged children claiming that Santa is real. So they had to take down Santa from this fictional list.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So let's move to the next question. Yeah. Okay. How many of you are planning to watch a movie on New Year? So what is the full form of PVR Cinemas?
Priya Village Roadshow.
Amazing. Priya Village Roadshow
Thanks
is
to
the right
Google
answer.
So fast, huh?
Priya Village Roadshow.
My God.
Yeah. Okay. Going to next question. Okay. Currency of what plays, somewhat related to New Year. The space is also somewhat related to New Year. Yeah.
Anchor.
Indonesia.
Canada is out there. Canada is there.
It's Mexico.
I'm sorry?
It's Mexico. Sorry.
No, not Mexico.
New York.
Vietnam.
No.
Malaysia.
Mauritius?
No.
Mauritius?
No.
National Ultra Marino.
I'm sorry.
Something related to Spain, Spanish related country.
Okay. I somehow related to
Fiji.
Hong Kong.
No, not Fiji, not Hong Kong.
Fiji?
No.
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Macau.
I'm sorry? No, not Macau. Okay. Let's reveal the answer.
Maldives?
Yeah. This is Goa's currency in 1920s.
Wow.
Yeah.
1920s. Okay, fine.
Nice.
Okay. So going to the next question. The word comes from Spanish word for coast or shore and is used to define a dock or basin with moorings and supplies for yachts and small boats. It differs from a port in that it does not handle large passenger ships or cargo from freight. The word is also used for inland wharves on rivers and canals. What word are we talking about? So see, the previous question is also related to New Year. This question is also somewhat related to New Year. Why the previous question is related to New Year? All of us plan for a Goa trip, but it never happens. And this word is also related to New Year, especially Chennai folks can relate to it.
Kuam.
I'm sorry. I'm
Marina.
sorry.
Marina.
Marina. Exactly.
Right.
Marina.
Right.
Yeah. So the answer is Marina. Yeah. Okay. Next. And I am conducting an event. How can biryani not there? Right. For some call it as biryani, some call it as biryani. For me, it's always biryani. I cannot live without biryani. Yeah. So what connects all of them? Biryani, gulab jamun, samosa, chai, chole, bhature, chicken tikka. Apart from the common connections.
Prepare at your house tomorrow.
No, definitely not.
வந்தீங்கன்னா சொல்லுங்க.
Definitely, I would parcel you. Courier it to you, baby. Yeah.
Stomach.
I'm sorry?
All of them connects to stomach.
Oh, nice logical answer. But the answer I'm expecting is something different.
All come from the Middle East or something like that?
Okay, you're right. So basically, these are food items that appear to be Indian, but has its origin in a foreign country. So
Alcam.
Okay, question.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So going to the next question. First design of what? Easy question. It's like the first idea they'll put in the paper, right? Been in use recently.
Google.
Facebook.
Not Google, not Facebook.
Gmail.
I'm sorry?
Gmail. First design of what?
WhatsApp.
No. It's been in use recently.
Looks for Jibber Jabber presence and set in bed going to park.
Not
Google
Yahoo.
Maps.
WhatsApp?
No, not WhatsApp.
Twitter.
Someone said the answer right now.
Twitter.
I'm sorry?
Twitter.
Yeah, the answer is Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter.
Oh.
Okay, so going to the next question. Oh, nice. FIFA. Again, something related to football. This custom was fostered by FIFA to promote sporting behavior and to increase the commitment of families and children to football. The sports image was tarnished because of the perception that football fans were drunken, violent, and racist hooligans. They are intended to remind players to be respectful of their opponents and shared humanity and to curb unsporting behavior on the field. It also serves as a marketing tool, bringing youth players from local clubs accompanied by their parents to see the match. Now, what custom are we talking about? Some football customs.
Manchester United.
I'm sorry?
Manchester United.
So
I'm talking about a custom, not a club.
Red card.
No, not red card. But good guess, good guess.
Is it
Penalty.
passes?
Penalty.
Guess passes.
Penalty.
No, not guess passes.
Yellow card.
Nice. I'm sorry. No, not penalty. No.
To
Yellow card.
share the to transfer the jersey, swap the jersey, something after the match.
Nice guess, but that's not the answer.
Is it relevant to New Year in any way, or is just
No, it's not relevant to you. It's just a football thing. Yeah.
Singing the
I am very sure we might all have seen this custom.
singing national
Singing the
national anthem together.
No, not singing the national anthem. I love the guesses, by the way. Yeah.
The kids
No, not the
accompanying
wave thing. Not the wave thing.
the kids accompanying this.
Exactly. Awesome answer. It's called player escort or children escort. So basically, children accompanying football players at the start of every match.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So next question. So again, something remotely related to New Year. Okay. So started as a paper and newsprint trading business by Sri Sidamal Jain. This firm moved on to produce the product starting from 1960s, as shown in the picture. In 2002, it entered a totally different field and is a leading firm in that field. How do we popularly know this firm? All of us knows this firm. Something remotely related to New Year. I will not say New Year, but let's say entertainment. I'll say entertainment. Yeah.
Wata.
Wow, amazing guess. Not the right answer though, but great guess.
Then what is
Again, the answer is in the question. If you could find the product, you might deduce the answer.
Oxygen, cylindric oxygen.
inox? Inox air products.
Exactly. Inox. It's industrial oxygen. Inox is the answer.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Right. So I think, it's Margali time, Carnatic music, Chennai. So how would you connect these gods to music? Music. Think in the aspects of music.
Ragas. Is it ragas? Is it
Exactly.
ragas?
Yeah.
Raga.
Yeah. So basically, Sarigama Padani. So basically, each syllable of that Sarigama Padani denotes a god. Yeah.
My God.
It denotes a god. Didn't know that so far.
Yeah.
I needed to ask my master then about this.
Yeah.
We have an educational session each month like this, man.
Okay. So, again, one more football question. If you are a member of the football team, national pillar team, I might spell it wrong. Okay. What profession would you belong to?
Air Force or pilot.
Pilot. Okay. But yeah, I get that answer often, but no. But on the right track, you might make guesses. The way you are thinking is correct. Yeah.
Air Force.
Not Air Force.
Police?
No, not the police.
Driver?
Someone told the answer.
Driver.
Driver. You're almost near the answer. I want exact answer.
Cleaner.
Loco pilot.
No, not loco pilot. Okay, but
co-pilot.
I'll
Co-pilot.
Co-pilot.
Sailor, is it?
No, yeah, I'll give out the answer. It's basically racing drivers, not just ordinary drivers, people who are into F1, F2 race. Yeah. So this is more of a fundraising team that was brought in, to raise funds and give it to charity. Yeah. And next one. I think this is the last question. So 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So basically these medals were given silver and bronze, though they both made a tie for second position in pole vault since they denied to take part in a tiebreaker. This was out of mutual respect to one another. When they returned to Japan, they did something owing to which the medals were dubbed as Medal of Friendship. What did they do? Not related to New Year or anything, just a common question.
They exchange
their medals.
I am sorry, they
exchange the medals.
no, they didn't exchange the medal.
They bite the medals. Yeah.
No, they no. Come on, what could they have done?
They got married.
No, they got nice answer though. I didn't expect that answer.
They gave back the medal.
They melted the medals and
okay, almost near. You by Chidambaram, you're thinking in the right direction.
They burnt it, huh?
No, they didn't burn it. No.
They soloed it.
I'm sorry?
They soloed it.
Okay, no issues. I'll reveal the answer. Yeah. They had asked the jeweler to cut the medal and they soldered it, welded it to fuse them back together. Yeah. So with that, we come to the end of
you raise the toast.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice, very nice.
It was
wonderful.
And let's finish. How to stop sharing?
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vignesh.
Thank you, Vignesh. It was fun. It was educational. It was all put together in one combo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I think all the way you were mentioning, you asked these questions many places. So probably you're being a quiz master.
Yes, I do a lot of quizzing. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So we'll look forward to host you as a quiz master in many occasions.
Sure, we'll do loud.
Along with biryani. Yeah. So
Yeah, definitely. Call me a biryani master rather than a quiz master. I'll be more happy.
great. Thank you. So I think we'll go ahead and announce the winner. Sorry. We'll go ahead and announce the winners for today. So we have 1 second. Let me just share and quickly do this. Oops. Okay. I hope, is this visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the best evaluator, Toastmaster Ashir. Congratulations.
Where's Ashit? Oh my, couldn't highlight here. Spotlight for everyone.
This is not connection. Just a second.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one is for the best role player, Toastmaster Anjana, for the general evaluator role.
Thank you.
Best table topic speaker, D Team Abraham Zakaria, for the goal and the hockey.
I don't know how I don't know how you connected it.
Neither do I know, but but good. So best tag role player goes to Toastmaster Bindu for the grammarian for role, and also for setting us to hanker for the excellence.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
Toastmaster
Thank
Bindu.
you. Thank you very much.
And lastly, we have the best speaker for creating the impact, Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Thank you, team.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you all. We exceeded the time. I apologize for that once again. But it has been it was a very fun-filled meeting. Thanks to Vignesh, and also thanks to all the XCOM members for presenting their report. I think it was like a job, that was set rolling when we took over a 674th meeting, kind of getting to a state where we can hand over to the new XCOM, Arvind and team, from 704 meeting. So we will be having our installation of the new XCOM in the next meeting in the first week of January. So I would request all the members to join, and we'll share the location when we have that. So it'll be an offline meeting. So I would request members to join in. So with that, I think would not hold you from the celebrations of 2023 setting in. So wish you all a very happy new year, and let it fulfill all the wishes and aspirations that we work for. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year all. Have a good year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And thanks for
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year,
See
everybody.
you all next year.
all the guests and Toastmaster Vidya, especially for joining there today.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Greetings.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, team.
Thank you, Vidya. And lastly, I see Dr. Jaipal, I see that he's familiar to me. Did he study? Okay, I think he has left. Well, I'll talk to them separately. And many
I think Ashir
Shweta.
I'm very happy
Oh,
to
yeah,
see
please, Ashir.
DTM Abraham and Bindu ma'am, because we don't get to see you guys usually.
We get to see.
I'm very happy.
We get to see each other. You don't know.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. I'm happy. I feel the club, the meeting goes well when I see the founder member and Bindu ma'am. Because Bindu ma'am used to be there throughout the online meetings, right? So I'm missing her now in the offline meetings.
Imagine the fate of her patients. Imagine Bindu's patients.
Nice job. Humor contest you can
I don't know which part she is operating. She's a neurosurgeon, and I don't know.
Sir, you can make a content for the next humorous speech contest. You will win.
Yeah. There is something called, I don't know whether in the new this thing, we have already something called roasting. Do we have the roasting in the pathways?
For roasting?
What is that?
In Toastmasters earlier, it was there is a manual for roasting.
No, sir, we don't want
can
to
roast a
roast.
person.
We want to do only toasting, sir.